One of the things that pains me the most is when I get emails from guys asking about how to get a girl back or how to get a girl that rejected them. And this is harsh, but you telling me that situation tells me pretty much the entire story. Like, I don't need any context. I pretty much have a general idea on how you move, your mindset, your energy, and probably why she didn't reciprocate your feelings in the first place. Just based off the fact that you want to find a way to get someone back that already showed you how they felt about you. Like, I'm not even saying that you can't do it, I'm just saying it shows that you lack self-respect. It shows that you don't respect yourself and that you have a scarcity mindset. And the most dangerous thing about this is you can almost romanticize your situation, in the sense that you think that you're the main character and you're the underdog and this is your arc to get the girl back that rejected you. And I think this concept was used a lot in 2000s Hollywood rom-com movies, where the main character that's like a nerd or the quiet guy in the class had a crush on this girl who didn't like him back, who never looked in his direction. The pretty girl that was with the jock, and her boyfriend's the asshole, and somehow the nerd main character ends up with her in the end, because she somehow realized that he was such a good guy. I feel like I'm referencing one specific movie that I just can't think of the name of. But you begin to fall in this trap of romanticizing your situation of unrequited love or being rejected. And then this makes you chase after someone who didn't choose you. You begin playing this fantasy that's in your head. And what you gotta realize is that you can't change anybody's mind. Especially in a relationship. Once someone's clocked out of the relationship, it's pretty much a wrap. And again, I get it, right? I've been there. We've all been there. You know, there was that one person that rejected you or you had unrequited feelings for, but you gotta have the self-respect to be able to walk away. And here's where a lot of guys have it messed up, where they don't understand. They're willing to chase after her because deep down they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they have value to offer as a person. So then you see the other person as better than you, which is why you're willing to sacrifice your self-respect. So that's when you continue to pursue someone who didn't choose you or no longer chooses you. Let's say even if you have nothing in life, right? Let's say you're out of shape, let's say you're fat, you're not financially well off, you're broke, you don't have a prestigious career or a social circle or friends, etc. Let's just say that you're down bad in life. No matter what your situation, you still gotta have pride. Your pride in who you are and your pride in everything that's gotten you to this point in life. And you gotta at least have self-respect for that, if nothing else. Like, I don't care who they are or where I'm at in life. She could be at 100 and I could be at 0. I still got pride, like I'm not chasing after nobody. Especially someone who already showed you how they felt about you. You see, life will hit us with reality every single day. And as regular average guys, we know this. For example, right, if I see a model that's like 9.5 out of 10. Let's say she's a millionaire, she's well off, she's slim thick, and let's say she has 1 million followers on Instagram. And let's say I try to go up to her, I try to get her number, I try to ask her out on a date. I know exactly how that situation is going to go. Life is going to show me the reality of our situation. In terms of society or the world's definition of success, she's way above me. In terms of those standards, she would be considered way out of my league, and rightfully so. That doesn't mean I'm supposed to chase after her just because that's the case. And that's part of the mentality that a lot of guys don't understand. And I hope you understand that what I'm saying goes way beyond just girls or dating. In other words, just because things are scarce in your life, that doesn't mean you should move with a scarcity mindset. Just because you haven't gone on a date in 5 years or a girl hasn't looked in your direction, that still shouldn't change the way you move or your mentality towards the situation. Like, that doesn't mean you should simp for the first girl that gives you attention or slightly reciprocates your feelings. That's why the horniest dudes will be the ones that don't really get girls, because sex is so scarce in their mind that it becomes more and more novel. So then what you're willing to do to get sex becomes more and more drastic. And that desperate energy is very hard to mask. Just like for a girl, right? The girl that gives it up too easily. If we're being honest, they tend to be the physically less appealing ones. But they're willing to give it up more easier because they're replacing that genuine desire and attraction for momentary sex with a guy. They're taking that sex or that lust as, oh, I'm desired, I'm loved, I'm wanted. That's why there's the whole thing about girls with daddy issues being easier. Because they have a need to be desired by a man, something that they didn't have growing up. Both of these examples for guys and girls are examples of choosing someone who didn't choose you. Like, there's been dates that I've been on where girls weren't necessarily unattractive, but they were on the slightly bigger side. I'm trying to be nice about it. And I remember there was this one girl in particular where she was telling me about guys that she's been with and how she's been with every ethnicity. And she was Asian, she was Vietnamese, and she was telling me about how she was mad freaky. Now in her mind, she thought that she was conveying high value to me. She was talking as if she was proud of it, like I could hear it in her tonality. Like in her mind, she thought she was expressing to me how desired she was. When in reality, she didn't realize that those dudes aren't choosing you. Like, I don't think girls understand how low of standards guys have to just smash. And then they conflate that lust with genuine desire from a guy. And they have a really hard time differentiating between the two. Like, a guy that's horny on a slow Tuesday, like, he's fucking anything. But if a guy really likes a girl, he will make it known and he's gonna do whatever he can. Like, you're never gonna have to question it. And I didn't say anything, right? I was kind of just playing into what she thought she was doing. I was like, damn, you got a whole roster. You got a bunch of guys hitting you up. And then she was like, yeah, I guess. And in my head, I'm like, damn, she's destined to get smashed and passed for eternity. And this seemed to be a trend with, girls on the bigger side. It's so funny. Normally I'd say fridge protector or plate cleaner to try to add some jokes here and there so my monologues don't get too serious. But again, trying to be nicer. But basically she was choosing on guys that weren't really choosing her. And I really hope you understand the overall message of what I'm saying, because this is so important in life. It goes way beyond just love, dating, or relationships. I'm just, trying to weave in girls, love, dating, and relationship because that's what gets your attention. And then once I have your attention, I can try to give you value. I've documented a good amount of simp stories from when I was a lot younger on here. And that's why it pains me when I see those emails, when you guys are asking me about how to get a girl that rejected you. But yeah, you just gotta have that respect for yourself, even if you're not doing the best in life. We've all heard the quote, choose a woman who chooses you. I think it was in like The Way of the Superior Man, if I'm not mistaken. But this can apply to people in general. Choose people who choose you. Like, choose friends who choose you. Choose family members who choose you. Support people who choose to support you. And having this mindset eliminates so much friction and insecurity and feelings of unworthiness in your life. When people show you how they feel, you always gotta believe them, for better or worse. Even if, let's say, you have absolutely nobody in your life. Even though I doubt that's the case, like, there's gotta be someone. But having no one is still better than chasing after people who don't really care about you. To try to constantly fit yourself into someone else's life who doesn't want you there. No matter where you are in life, you have to believe that you have value to offer as a person. And that's ultimately what this comes down to. Like in a relationship, if the desire isn't mutual, then I'm good off her. You should never be in a situation where you have to fight for them to choose you. Because that relationship isn't working out in the long run anyways. Let's say that you somehow came back and got the girl who rejected you in the first place. That relationship isn't gonna last because it was a constant fight to even get her to choose you. Just try to remember, choose someone who chooses you. For example, if you always gotta be the one that's gotta hit her up, right? In a way she's choosing, she's telling you how she feels. If she's talking to multiple guys at once, entertaining different guys. If we're in a relationship but she's disrespecting my boundaries. All these situations are examples of her choosing someone or something else, or choosing herself over the relationship, or even over your boundaries, and in that case, I'm good off her. Just try to remember that a lot of this is predicated on respect and having self-respect. Actions that show respect towards you means that they're choosing you, and the same thing works the other way around. The more friction there is, the more contention there's going to be in that relationship. Choose people who choose you. Respect is the key to good relationships in your life, and also a good relationship with yourself. You gotta have respect for yourself no matter where you are in life. Anyways, hopefully you got some from that. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for listening. I love you. I appreciate you. With that said, make sure you stay true, and I'll talk to you real soon. Peace.